Anxiety, a mental health disorder characterized by feelings of worry, anxiety, or fear that are strong enough to interfere with one's daily activities. Examples of anxiety disorders include panic attacks, obsessive-compulsive disorder, and post-traumatic stress disorder. This poem does not intend on degrading or shaming anyone. It's clearly a mode of expression of how anxiety stole some of the best moments of my life from me, and how I wish to share with people that even if somebody looks physically okay, it's always recommended to ask them if they need something or someone. I've always linked my feelings to trinkets, for they seem extremely beautiful and attractive to people from the outside, but their heaviness is felt only by me. Having anxiety is not fun unless you find constant worrying, occasional panic attacks, and obsessing for hours over how you mispronounce the word cachet in front of 3 people fun, in which case it's a blast. It's tiring. It makes you feel like you're losing your mind. It doesn't help that it's all happening in our brain, so no one can say exactly what we're against. And even when we do explain what's going on inside our brains, we're never really sure if a non-anxious person really gets it. When they say things like you're just being silly, all our worst suspicions are confirmed. Away, distant and far from the reality, I sat delusioned by the unholy practices and the entire humanity, questioning their beliefs about his bewilderment, his unacceptable identity. He stayed away from the world amidst his one fondest, anxiety. Now you think that he's the lonely chap, yet another grim horse in his life's final lap. He must be silent, dazed, and often perplexed, sitting in that one corner of his room distressed. You may think he's the one who's overpowered by expressions, whether happiness or sadness, making his mood felt in public declarations. Making his sadness felt to each and every one. The black sheep, making his mood felt in public declarations, making his sadness felt to each and every one. For he is known to bring the rainy day, even after a bright sun. You've all pointed to that one person and said, he's the one. You've heard about that one person, and you've talked, or at least tried talking to that one person. You've all said that their feelings were just a phase, or mockingly asking them to snap out of it. It's been days. But what if I tell you that anxiety can mean frolicking with a smile all day? Anxiety can mean latent pain which fails to go away. Or other funny game anxiety plays, it affects its victims in different ways. So rather than assuming if a person looks okay, they're still probably not. The chap I was earlier talking about, the one who's away, distant and far from the reality, disillusioned by the unholy practices in the entire humanity. Rather than bringing the rainy day, even after a bright sun, he may be the rain of happiness in the land of the scorching sun. Or he may be the brightest person who can cheer you any day, while at the same time, from his own happiness, he's away. I don't understand where the confusion lies, where mental health is reduced to judgmental size. Not portraying to be okay is okay, and portraying to be okay when you're not is also okay. Reaching out for help is okay, while at the same time reaching in for help is also okay. Reaching out for help is also okay. Reaching in for help is also okay. So next time, please don't ask me to snap out of it that it's a phase. Don't ask why I've shaved my head and why I'm not fit. Don't assume why I am crying. For probably it's for nothing, or I might just be dying. Don't say that my hardships are just a bad day, because bad days have been the normal way. I am not a baby who gets upset over unusual things. Because it's not just me being upset. I'm not a baby who gets upset over unusual things, because it's not just me being upset. It's more like someone has literally clipped my wings. It's blinding. It's like my entire body is ringing. It's blinding. It's like my entire body is ringing. But it may just be noise for you. It may just be noise for you when I am actually singing. A rather funny game anxiety plays. It affects its victims in different ways. A rather funny game anxiety plays. It affects its victims in different ways.